The forest surrounding Omura was not a place people entered lightly. It was ancient, thick, alive with secrets. The elders often said the forest remembered things long forgotten by men. And sometimes, it did not forgive. But Addis had no choice. At dawn, she stepped into the forest alone. The air was different there, cooler, heavier, as if it carried the weight of unseen eyes. She swallowed her fear. "Where do I go?" she whispered. For a moment, there was nothing. Then the wind stirred. "Follow the broken path." Addis looked ahead. There, barely visible beneath the overgrown bushes, was a narrow trail. She stepped onto it. Hours passed. The deeper she went, the quieter the world became. No birds. No insects. Only the sound of her footsteps, and the occasional whisper of the wind. Then, suddenly, she smelled it. Smoke. Her heart skipped. "This way," the wind urged. Addis ran. Branches scratched her skin, roots threatened to trip her, but she did not stop. She followed the scent until she reached a small clearing. And there, she froze. A fire burned at the center. But it was not wild. It was controlled. Contained. And beside it stood a man. He was tall, cloaked in dark fabric, his face hidden beneath a hood. In his hands, he held something. A small, glowing object. It pulsed with a faint, dangerous light. Addis' breath caught. "What is that?" she whispered. "The source," the wind replied. The man suddenly turned. As if he had heard her. "Who's there?" he called. Addis stepped back, her heart racing. But it was too late. He saw her. For a moment, they stared at each other. Then his expression hardened. "You shouldn't be here." Addis' voice trembled. "What are you doing?" He smiled faintly. "Finishing what should have been done long ago." The fire flickered violently. "You're going to burn the village," she said. "Not just the village," he replied calmly. "Everything." Her eyes widened. "Why?" The man stepped closer. "Because this place is built on lies," he said. "The elders, the people, they pretend to respect the spirits. But they have forgotten their true power." He lifted the glowing object. "This will remind them." The wind howled suddenly. "Stop him." Addis stepped forward. "You don't have to do this." The man laughed. "And you think you can stop me?" She hesitated. Then, quietly, "I'm not alone." The wind rose around her. Stronger. Fiercer. The trees began to sway. The fire flickered wildly. The man's smile faded. "What is this?" "The wind," Addis said. And for the first time, he looked afraid. The storm came without warning. The wind roared through the clearing, circling Addis like a shield. The man struggled to hold his ground. "You dare use the spirits against me," he shouted. "I'm not using them," Addis replied. "I'm listening." The wind surged. The glowing object in his hand began to flicker. "No," he yelled. "Let it go," Addis said. But he refused. Instead, he raised it higher. "If I cannot burn the village, then I will burn you." The object flared. But before he could act, the wind struck. A powerful gust knocked him off his feet. The object flew from his hand. Addis ran. She reached it just as it hit the ground. It was hot. Pulsing. Alive. "What do I do?" she cried. The wind whispered. "Return it to the earth." She dropped to her knees and pressed it into the soil. For a moment, nothing happened. Then, the ground trembled. The lights faded. The fire died. And the forest fell silent. When Addis looked up, the man was gone. as if he had never been there. The danger had passed. She returned to the village at sunset, exhausted, but alive. When she told the elders what had happened, they listened, truly listened. And for the first time, they did not doubt her. The oldest elder stepped forward. "You have done what we could not," he said. "You listened when we refused to hear." Adis looked down. "I was afraid too." He nodded. "But you acted anyway." That night, the wind came one last time. Soft, gentle. "Adis." She smiled. "Is it over?" "Yes." She closed her eyes. "Will I still hear you?" There was a pause. Then, "Only when it matters." The breeze faded. And for the first time in many years, the wind was silent. The end. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel so you could be among the first to be notified when our video drops, and in order not to miss any of our interesting stories. Thank you for watching.